What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host. Today is June 9th, 2025. Just chilling, just finished eating. Gotta work today. Kitchen. Fun. Had 2 days off. I put out an episode Saturday. Sunday, I just kind of relaxed and played Zelda all day. Been playing Zelda 2, Oracle of Ages. Yeah, those two Zeldas right now are my main Zeldas I'm playing. Just a shit ton of grinding on Zelda 2. It's not a bad game. Everyone gives it worse reviews than it deserves. I do plan on doing a review on it and Oracle of Ages whenever I finish both of them. But yeah, that's about it. Go check out the other Zelda reviews I did. It's got a playlist. It's just called Zelda. Just enjoying the weather today, as you can see here in Kentucky. I do have a buymeacoffee.com profile. It's in the links of wherever you're listening to this from. If you feel the need to donate $1 or something, go for it. I could use it, for the channel. That, and, it helps to supply the channel with notebooks and where I take my notes, and I plan on starting a card game, a conspiracy trading card game, so yeah, it'll go towards that. And I need to make business cards, so it could go towards that too. So let's get on with the show. So I was watching Minutes of Horror and or Seconds of Horror, one of the two channels, because it's the same guy, he just has two channels. And he had this intriguing story of a TikToker. I'm not sure the name of the TikToker. If I do come across it, I will definitely give him a shout out. So I think it's Thunder Tech. So, this guy apparently, from what I gathered, listening to Minutes of Horror talk about it, apparently, he puts out all these dark web videos. That's his niche, that's his, thing, is going on the dark web and making videos about it. I've never been on the dark web. I'm not tech savvy at all. So I feel like if I did get on the dark web, I wouldn't know what I was doing, and I'd get tracked down and, murdered in 2 seconds. Or just my phone would explode from, a billion viruses. So I don't fuck with the dark web. I do watch other people's videos on it and stuff, though. And we've never really covered the dark web on this channel. Maybe we'll do a whole episode dedicated to just dark web stories or something. So he came across this website called the Shoeman, and I've talked about this stuff in passing on this channel. I've never dedicated a whole episode to the Red Shoe Club. Maybe one day I'll do that, a whole episode dedicated to the Red Shoe Club, what it means, what it is. The theory is that these elites and stuff wear red shoes, and it's supposed to be symbolism for blood. Same with the red carpet, they're walking through blood, that's what I've heard. I've also heard stories that the red shoes, especially if they're leather, that it's made of human leather. There's a whole rabbit hole that the girl from Poltergeist, Steven Spielberg, allegedly killed her and turned her into a pair of shoes. I don't know. It's sad, depressing stuff. It's dark conspiracy shit. So this shoe man, the reason I bring up the whole red shoe thing is he literally, his symbol for the website is a red high heel, a red shoe. So I was like, interesting. And it kind of reminded me of like Tom Hanks and the whole Isaac Cappy. Tom Hanks is Mouthy Buddha did an awesome documentary on the whole Tom Hanks Isaac Cappy shit, where like just the weird, I think it's Instagram he was posting weird shit about like missing shoes and missing gloves and shit. He's obsessed with shoes. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. If you know, you know. But it just reminded me of that. Is he like allegedly bragging about victims or something? And also he was in a movie called The Man with One Red Shoe. I keep hearing all these conspiracy channels bring it up, and you guys know me, I have a whole playlist. It's just under movie reviews. I have a segment, a show that I do called Conspiracy Cinema. It was inspired by Psyop Cinema, their podcast, and basically it's just me and my wife, or sometimes just me, watching a conspiracy movie and reviewing it and talking about it and going down the rabbit hole talking about it. So hang on. So I need to do a movie on that, or a review on that, The Man with One Red Shoe. I don't even know what it's really about, honestly, but I need to look into it, watch it, review it, see if there's anything conspiracy-wise in there. So on this website, basically you buy a shoe, and it kind of reminds me of a conspiracy that was going on years ago now. The time flies. I can't remember the company. If you know, hit me up in the comments, but it was like a furniture company, and just the prices were like insane. And it would be like, well, I think they sold furniture and other stuff too though, but you could buy a pillow and it'd be like $3,000 for a pillow, and this pillow's name is Sheila. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck? I think it was Wayfair. Was it Wayfair? Okay, if it's Wayfair, I think it was Wayfair, dude. And the theory is that they were like allegedly trafficking people. Like you could buy people, you know, kids and missing women and shit like that. But this Shoeman, the Shoeman, he sells shoes. And every shoe has a name and age. And people have like linked up these names and ages and stuff to actual missing people. So that's where it gets creepy. And the prices are insane. So like one of them was like $160 for like muddy flip-flops. So it's like, what the hell? That's weird. One was $170 of a pair of shoes with like the toe ripped off. One was $189 for one boot. So, and they all have names and ages, so it's fucking, that's where it's like, dude, what is this? And my theory is all of this is entertainment purposes only. My theory is that these are the shoes of victims, whether it be like Red Room shit or like maybe this guy's a serial killer. And it's basically like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I actually have participated in a little bit of murderabilia. So murderabilia is basically, it's looked down upon by a lot of people. And basically it's like letters from serial killers, or, you know, like, hey, I got a piece of the sofa that Sharon Tate was murdered on. I'm not proud of it. I have, like, the only thing that I have that's murderabilia is, I have a stone from Witch's Castle in the spot where, Shanda Cher was, like, tortured. So, judge me if you want. I don't care. It is what it is. So, my thing is I think this guy, like, collects murderabilia and sells murderabilia. And, yeah, but it's on the dark web, and he has all these shoes. So like, I think he's probably a serial killer, and that's his thing, is like collecting shoes and selling them and making money off them. It's creepy shit, man. So this dude, this ThunderTech guy, he orders some shoes off of there, and he gets a pair of boots which is crazy. So there's a rental length, and I can't remember if he just straight out bought it or he did the rental length thing, which is crazy. So like you could rent the shoes. And Minutes of Horror brought it up while he was talking about it, of like, what does that mean? Like, how do they get the shoes back? Now that they know your address, do they come and like murder you, you know, and then take your shoes and the shoes that you rented? If you don't send it back, like what's, it's almost like a game, like, and I guess there could be some like psychopath people who are into that shit of like renting shoes from the dark web from a serial killer, allegedly, and like not returning them, and maybe they like to be chased and like shit like that. Like there's crazy motherfuckers out there like who get off on that type of shit. Like, oh, now this is the part where he tries to find me and chase me, the Shoeman or whatever. So, I'm just saying, man, the whole thing is fucking bizarre. So, he chose, 1 year. Oh, yeah. I guess he did. The guy did the, rent the shoes, ThunderTech. So, he's renting it for a year, these shoes. So, after a year, is he gonna send it back or is he not gonna send it back and sees what happens? I don't fucking know. There is a part of me playing devil's advocate that thinks that this could be like, they used to do it back in the day. It was like real life role playing, like a simulation, like a game, you know. This could all be fake. Who knows? But you gotta admit, this is fucking intriguing, right? So he got the shoes in the mail and he said he was going to wear them, which I'm like, please don't fucking wear them. Like, he said he was going to wear them to work and shit. This guy is goofy as hell too. And I'm not making fun of him. As you can see, I'm missing teeth. He's missing like a front tooth, long hair. He just seems like a crazy fucking wild man, you know, this ThunderTech guy. So he did say he was going to order luminol. And he did put on gloves when he was messing with these shoes. And he did so he ordered luminol, and before the luminol came in, someone said, hey man, put hydrogen peroxide on it, because if there's any sort of body fluid like blood or anything like that, it'll start to fizz. And I mean, I have a huge ass scar on my arm. I don't know how well you can see it, but I've put peroxide on it and it does foam up, you know. What it's reacting to, like, I'm guessing the white blood cells or whatever, blood and guts, and you know what I mean. So he did put hydrogen peroxide on it and it started foaming. So it's like, okay, there's a possibility that's fucking blood or something, or body fluid. But I mean, there is the possibility that it gives false positives. So he does get the luminol, because I've kept up with this story. He does get the luminol. It finally comes in the mail. He sprays it on there and turns out the lights and uses a black light, and it looks like blood splatter all over these shoes. Fucking insane. I don't really know what else to say about this story. I'm gonna keep up with it and give you guys like updates and shit. Let me know if you guys have kept up with it at all. If you guys know anything about this story. It's fucking crazy though. The Shoeman, you know. And he did get some creepy shit of like apparently whenever he ordered the shoes, it automatically comes with a VHS tape that this Shoeman guy makes and sends. He said it was like an hour long. I got to see fragments of it. Minutes of Horror showed that. He said, the guy, the ThunderTech guy said he's not going to release all the footage, because apparently there's some like fucked up shit on there. I don't know if it's pornographic or I don't know what it is. It's a dude from the dark web, so it could be bestiality, it could be murder, red room shit, it could be torture. Who the fuck knows? So that's all we got on that story right now, unless I get updates and shit. I do think Minutes of Horror did another video. I need to go check it out. So shout out to him. If you've never heard of his channel, go check it out. Tell him who sent you. Yeah, let's get on with the next story. So I do want to respond to some comments. So there's two different things I want to talk about. One was I put out an episode, the last episode I put out, which was about me talking about two different idiot content creators, if you want to call them that, in the conspiracy community, who I believe are just toxic as fuck. And they're like the type of people who literally everyone's a shill but me, you know, everyone's Illuminati but me. And my evidence is like this guy has a picture of him eating a slice of pizza, or he's wearing a Slayer t-shirt, so clearly he's Sir Francis Bacon. And the other guy is like the wellness company, which I have no beef with the wellness company. Dr. Drew's a part of it. Apparently it's a company of like, they base their medical stuff off of like true science, and like it might be considered alternative, but yeah, I have no beef with the wellness company. But yeah, so I got a comment and it literally said, free of what? So I said, huh? Here's the thing, man. I love when people comment on my podcast and shit, because obviously it pushes me up the algorithm, and it lets me, you know that there's people out there watching, and I love engaging with audience members and stuff. But I get people every now and then who will comment the most cryptic shit. Like, I don't know. I almost want to rewatch the episode and try to figure out, what is this dude talking about? Free of what? Free. I mean, my podcast is free. I don't charge. Nothing's behind paywalls. You're welcome to donate, but that's on you. I mean, the podcast is still free. If you go to Spotify, you get episodes that are uncensored that YouTube has deleted and shit. Free of what? And I just responded, huh? And this person never responded back. So I'm like, I don't know. It'll be one of those mysteries that will plague me till the end of time. Like, I'll be an old man and go, free of what? On my deathbed, free of what? What does it mean? It'll be like my last words, and my whole family will be like, what does that mean? Free of what? Is he saying he's free of his body now? He's a spirit now? What did Grandpa Abe mean? You know? Free of what? It reminds me of like one of those old men in like the caves in Legend of Zelda, like, that say some mysterious shit. Meet the man in the graveyard west from here. You know? Free of what? So that was one comment. Another comment was, I actually got in a beef with another content creator. And I just want to talk about it. So apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently there had been some like, and by the way, I fall for shit sometimes. I did a whole episode the other day. It was called I Was Wrong, and I give two different times that I was wrong, you know, and I tell you guys, man, I used to be a Q-tard. I don't get it right all the time, but I am very careful with how I say shit, of like, hey, this is what I believe, doesn't mean it's true, or, hey, this is what I've heard, you know. So I'm a huge fan of Claude Vandamme. And there was a new Jean-Claude Van Damme movie that's coming out, and there's a trailer for it. And I had heard, this was about 1 or 2 months ago, I had heard this crazy ass fucking story and read this crazy ass fucking, it was either an article or someone put out a video that Jean-Claude Van Damme is being investigated in some sort of Romanian like trafficking ring. Basically, I'm not sure if they were underage girls or adult women, but the story was that Jean-Claude was apparently in Romania and caught up in some like human trafficking prostitution ring, that he was like banging human trafficked prostitutes allegedly. So I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? So first of all, I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. Second off, the story apparently has been like debunked. I need to look right back into it again because it's so hard to fucking tell. Apparently some Romanian newspaper put this out. But it's like bullshit. I've dug around a little bit and I'm like, is it fake? I'm pretty sure it's fucking fake. Now, my initial reaction is like, I'm not surprised. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I know that he had a problem with cocaine. I know that he's very promiscuous. Like, there was a TV show, a reality TV show, kind of just showing his life. It's actually an awesome fucking show. I can't remember the name of it, but you can find it all on YouTube. It only ran for like 1 or 2 seasons, and it was a good show, man. It made me love Jean-Claude even more. But I've seen videos like of him going to like nightclubs in the show, and his wife is at home and he's in a different country filming, and like he's making out with chicks and stuff, and I'm pretty sure the wife is cool with it. As long as he's not like banging them, she's cool with him just making out with chicks. Hey, that's cool. If you got a missus that is cool with that shit, more power to you, man. I know there was one time, dude, I don't care to tell you, this is adults only anyways, but my wife, like, I'm really big into like eating butt, right? I used to rim out my ex-wife all the fucking time, you know, and my current wife is not really into it, like as far as like receiving it. And I remember we were talking about there's a rim job cafe in Japan, and she's like, yeah, if we ever go to Japan, you can go. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, have fun. Like, and I'm like, is this a test? You know? And she's like, no, for real. You know I don't like it, but I know that you like doing that. So if we ever go, like, go, have fun. And I'm like, I love my wife, dude. I fucking love my wife. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem if you got an upside down pineapple or a flamingo in your yard, if you're a swinger, more power to you, dude. You know, that shit doesn't bother me. I'm not a prude over here. As long as it's consenting adults and there's no children or trafficked people, you know, it doesn't matter to me. Do what you want. But I was in the comment section of this Jean-Claude Van Damme trailer, and this is right after, I kid you not, this was probably like the next day after I had heard this crazy fake story about Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. First of all, that kind of ties in that our phone is listening to us. I truly do believe that. Our phones listen to us. Because I was talking to a coworker about this story and shit. And so I commented on the trailer. I was like, dude, this is weird timing, you know? And somebody commented, what do you mean? I said, well, dude, Google it, man. Last I heard, he was caught up in some sort of human trafficking ring. And right there, last I heard. So then this asshole, who's another content creator, and by the way, I'm not bashing his content, but like literally his content is like, he puts out 2 or 3 minute videos and he'll go to flea markets and buy VHSs and DVDs and show them off. If that's what you're into, if you like watching that type of shit, you know, that's cool, whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's content that I watch that you would probably think is retarded. I personally think that's kind of, you know, it's not my cup of tea. I'll just be nice and say it's not my cup of tea. I couldn't sit there and just watch 2 or 3 minute videos of some guy being like, yeah, today I got Casino double VHS. Look at it. It's pretty good condition. You know, I paid 50 cents for it. You know, that's not my shit. I don't judge people for what they watch, man. There's people who literally, like kids who watch unboxing videos, like of people buying new video games and unboxing them. Like, if that's what you're into, cool, you know. But he commented to me like, oh, you're just making shit up. And I'm like, no, I said that's what I heard. I didn't make this shit up. Oh, some stupid content creator, you heard it from them. And I'm like, so now you're just going around spreading shit. And I'm like, bro, can you not fucking read? I literally said this is what I heard. That does not mean I'm saying it's fact. That does not mean I'm saying it's true. It just pissed me off. I'm like, fuck you, bro. You know, I wish I knew the guy's name. But, dude, this drives me nuts. Like, I will have commenters sometimes go, you said this was going to happen. And I go, nah. I didn't say that was going to happen. I said, I think that's going to happen. I think. Key word, I think, dude. And I'm not yelling at you guys. It pisses me off, dude, when people are like, you said this will happen. I guess you were wrong. You're putting out fake shit. And it's like, I said, I think this will happen. Doesn't mean it will. I mean, why are you so mad anyways? Are you placing bets on this shit? So as far as I know, I'll look back into it, and if I'm wrong, you know, hit me up in the comments. But as far as I know, I'm pretty sure this whole story about him being caught in a Romanian trafficking ring is fake, you know. By the way, speaking of Jean-Claude Vandamme, I need to do a Conspiracy Cinema episode on Bloodsport. I didn't know this, but it's actually based off of like two stories. It's based off an actual dude who was in the military, and it's kind of like the origin story of Jean-Claude Vandamme. So the character in that movie is based off of Jean-Claude Vandamme and this other guy. So it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of a true fucking story, Bloodsport. So I need to watch it and review it for the channel. I love Jean-Claude Vandamme. I'm just saying that. And go check out that series, that reality TV show series. And yes, I know reality TV isn't always reality, you know, but go check it out, dude. There's like one episode where he's like talking about God and his addiction and how he struggled and he lost everything and ruined his life, and how God got him through that and brought him back with his wife. And he starts crying and like yelling, like passionately yelling, you know. And like, I ain't gonna lie, dude, watching it, I started crying, dude. I'm like, damn, this shit hit home. Like, it's a really good fucking series. But yeah, there's a new movie, Jean-Claude Vandamme. It looks pretty fucking cool. And look, you can make fun of me if you want. I don't fucking care. I do like watching cheesy movies sometimes, and Jean-Claude Vandamme, like, his movies are usually on the cheesier side, but I've always been a fan since I was a kid. He's a badass motherfucker, and I like his movies, you know. I don't like Steven Seagal though. Steven Seagal sucks. But I like Jackie Chan. His movies are kind of cheesier. I love those movies. But I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I just wanted to do some responding to comments and talk to you guys about the Shoeman, you know? That shit's creepy as fuck. Please like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a good day.